Hey guys, my name is Rob Noire, and welcome back to Quest 64. So you might be seeing this and being like, welcome back, what are you talking about? You've never played this game. So, long story, I started this game literally over a year ago on this channel. I did 4 episodes, got bored with it, moved on, and then a few friends, I'm not going to say who you are, but you know who you are, bugged me to shit saying, hey, I thought you would never leave a game without finishing it. So here we are, literally a year later. Like, I'll show you the date of the last episode of this I did, and this is the date that this is going up. Literally a year. So we're back into it with Quest 64. This fucking game, man. This fucking game. So to begin with, you might be wondering, hey, why'd you stop this game? Well, to be honest, this was a game from my childhood that was a lot better in memory than it was in actuality. You know what I mean? Like, I remember this game, being a lot more fun than it actually is. And revisiting it like this, even back then a year ago on the channel when I had no idea what I was doing. Not that I have a ton of an idea what I'm doing right now, but even back then when I had zero idea, I realized, hey, there's not a ton to this game. It's kind of hard to do commentary on it. Not the best choice. It just, honestly, it hasn't aged well. It just was a lot more fun when I was a kid. And now that I'm older, I have more refined tastes, if you will. I've played better RPGs, and I'm like, this was just, oh my god, the encounter rate. This was just not the best RPG that's out there, you know what I mean? And it's fun to look back at, but doing a full playthrough, I was kind of like, oof. Which is why I really put this one off. But last week we finished Dream Daddy. Well, I finished Dream Daddy, which basically just left an opening in the schedule, and I'm like, hey, I've got some time. I'm starting some new games in October, but I've got some time, so why not... Oh, fuck, the fucker froze me. So why not actually make progress on some of my old games, which is why this one has returned. Honestly, why did I stop? It's just because the game's a little bit boring, and it's a little bit hard to make the funnies on, because there's just so little to it. I wish there was more to it, and I absolutely loved this game as a kid, but there's just really not that much to it, brah. But still, there is some fun here, and we're gonna complete this shit. So let's jump right back into it. So something you might have noticed if you are one of those 2 people who have been bugging me to play this fucking thing, or if you go back and watch the old episodes, and fucking that encounter rate. Holy shit. Something you might have noticed is that graphically the game looks quite a bit different. Quite a bit different than it did when I recorded it last time for the first 4 episodes. If you're wondering why, what's up with that? Why it looks, to be honest, probably shittier than it did at that point. It's because back then I was actually, this thing fucking lives through a hit from the staff, really? Fuck you. Don't miss. Kill it. Thank you. Because back then, I actually did not have the gear that I have now to record off of an authentic N64. If you're wondering, this isn't a USB controller. This is just a third-party N64 controller. Back then, I didn't have this tech, and I still wanted to play these games, so I played them on ROMs. And ROMs have issues, which is why in the episodes back then, you might have noticed when I, see, like, the HP MP thing, there was, like, this pink outline. Huh? What do you think of that? Motherfucker. That's just a graphical issue because I was running a ROM. This is not a ROM. This is the real deal, the real cartridge, the real everything. God, I hate the encounter rate in this game. It is just balls, man. God damn. So back then I was running a ROM. That's how I was playing this game. That's how I played a bunch of N64 games. A few NES games. I know ROMs suck, yada yada yada, I don't disagree. It's just I wanted to play this game and I had no other way to play it on the channel, so I did what I had to. That being said, if you haven't figured it out, that means I had to replay this game from the beginning on the legitimate cart. The entire game from the beginning. Now, when I booted this game up for the playthrough from the last time, I was like, this will be the last time I ever play this game, right? So I had to redo all that. And not that I'm crazy far in the game, I'm like a quarter through the game at this point. That was still... It was rough, guys, replaying this game. Like, it took me like 2 almost full weekends. Oh my god, the encounter rate. 2 almost full weekends of just this fucking game to get to this point. Yeah, freeze me, you cockfucker. So 2 full weekends of playing the grindiest game you can possibly find on the N64. Well, maybe not, but still. Oh my god, another fight. Ugh, fucking... So I'm pretty familiar with the game right now just because I've played it the last 2 weekends before recording this. This is recorded in the middle of the week following one of those weekends. And if you're wondering, if you did follow it, you might have noticed I just skipped the Glencoe Forest. It's because to get these crazy levels that I have right now, which you might notice are much higher than I had in the ROM, like 10 fire, 10 earth, 14 water, 13 wind, that's much higher than what I had before. At least for earth and fire. I think water and wind I was close to around the same. To get those crazy levels, I really had to grind like a motherfucker, and I ended up going to the Glencoe Forest, which is totally, there's no plot. Whoa, that's the first time I've seen like that king frog in any of the recent playthroughs. But to get these crazy high levels to make it easy for me to progress forwards, I really just had to level the fuck out of myself. Like, I really had to put in a shit ton of work. Like, probably like 20 hours of gameplay, maybe. Well, I was multitasking, but maybe 20 hours of gameplay. I was like editing and doing other stuff, but... So I went to the Glencoe Forest, I got all the spirits there, I cleared it out. It's non-plot related, it's non-essential. And literally the only thing you might have missed is some weird-ass looking enemies, but there's gonna be more, like this fucking Frog King. So I was like, you know, what is it? What does it hurt? I haven't tried out Rolling Rock. And it misses. Great. So yeah, I just powered leveled the fuck out of Brian. I got him to these pretty fucking high levels considering where I am. And I feel like I'm in good shape moving forward with this game. I shouldn't have to do much more of that. Though I might go for 100% completion of the game, which I never did as a kid. So I might have to do more. And by the way, my commitment to the show, this one below there, number 1, that's, I think, a playthrough from when I was a kid, because this is the same memory card that I had when I was a kid. I did not just jump into that one. I actually played it from the start again, which fucking sucked. And see, the one below has higher levels in the equivalent spirits, despite having played the same amount of days, because you get more spirits thrown at you later in the game. Oh hey, it's this chick. The water capital, Larapool. I think that might actually be my favorite city in the game. It's even as pretty as Limelin. I vaguely recognize that too. But all this is to say, I really put in the time with this game, guys. I started from scratch. I put in like several hours, like 20 hours, maybe. At least 10. I can guarantee 10, probably closer to 20 hours of playing this game to get to this point. Like on the original hardware to give as an authentic of an experience as possible. And we're going for it. That's mostly what I have to say. I honestly don't remember much of the game past this point. I just remember like the high notes, the beats. It's because being the kind of game it was, I probably started twice as many games as... Actually, I don't think I ever beat this game without cheating. I probably started like 7 or 8 games as a kid. I don't think I ever made it past this part more than like 2 or 3 times. I honestly can't remember if I beat it. I know I made it to the last boss, but I don't know if I ever beat it without the Game Shark. Welcome aboard! You're my first passenger in many a day! Come to think of it, the last traveler I met bore a striking resemblance to you. Much older, though. Yeah, it was my dad. Come from a broken home, I'm looking for him. We're shoving off for Larapool. Alright, do you just let me join? The fuck? And there's no spirit in here? Really? You fucking... Gah. Is it gonna be... Okay, we're at Larapool. That was a fast fucking trip. Holy shit. So yeah, I don't really remember a whole lot of the game past this point. So it's gonna be a legitimate quest for both of us. And I didn't even stop, like, at that inn. I didn't go any further, like, off screen. So this is gonna be new-ish. Oh, there's not really much here, is there? Hello, my dear. We haven't seen any ferry passengers for a long time. If you'd like, laddie, spend the night here and rest yourself. Oh, so I can save again? So yeah, the only other real thing to bring you up to speed on, if there is anything, is for this session, which I think I'm going to be doing just 2 episodes, and then I'll see how those do, I'll see how those feel about them, and I'll see if I want to continue right away or give it some more breathing time. A gremlin, these are new. Let's see, Rolling Rock, go! Hey, not horrible, actually. The only other thing to bring up to speed is the audio in this session might be a little bit weird. You might be able to tell by the silver dome here. I'm using a different mic than I usually use. Oh, fuck. Maybe I am a little bit out of practice. So I bought a new mic for when I record 2 people with Phil, just because the old mic I had was kind of like a budget mic, and it sounded okay in the mix, but for any high-quality shit, it just... Yeah, boy! For any high-quality shit, it just didn't really cut it. So I got a new mic so that we can do some new interesting stuff, and so that he will be more clear and sound better. So if we want to do something that's new, like a podcast or something along those lines, we actually have that option in the future now. And I'm just kind of using this recording session, because I know that this is a game that if the audio is a little bit fucked up, there's like 2 people who will care, and probably like 2 people who will watch this. So, I mean, it's like, who gives a fuck, you know? So I'm just using that to test it out. So just if the audio is a little weird, I'm sorry. Holy fuck, that encounter rate. Oh, I remember these kneeling chicks. I always thought they were really weird enemies. They're like the only human enemies in the entire game? It's weird. I should have fucking healed, too. I was talking, I didn't think. Stop freezing me, you son of a bitch. And I have to say, it is pretty cool playing an N64 game on the channel again. Like, fuck this encounter rate. Like, it has been a pretty fucking long time. Alright, Rolling Rock these bitches. Go. Yeah, that's kind of effective. It's just really hard to aim. It's been a long time since I've played any N64 games. I mean, so many N64 games that I played as a kid, they're really long. And like Mario 64, for example, like, it's such a long game. Doing a solo playthrough of that is like, I don't really know how I could make that work, you know what I mean? I'd like to. I just don't really know how I can make that work. And like, recording like maybe 2-player with like Phil or something is just, it's kind of hard. Because that's still a lot of fucking episodes. And I knew there was going to be a spirit. And our recording sessions are a little limited. Fuck, this encounter rate. Oh my god. This is going to be fucking torture. And the other thing I gotta say that I've noticed in this game is that you would think like fighting... Oh, she fucking froze me. The son of a bitch. You'd think a monster that uses ice would be weak against fire. No. That's not how it works, apparently. But just so many games on the N64 are really long, or they're like entirely multiplayer experiences. So I don't get a lot of opportunities to record. So I am grateful that I get to record this game. I'm just really not sure what angle to approach it from, or how this series is going to turn out. Because there's just so little to work with here, you know what I mean? I wish there was more, but that's just kind of the truth of it. So yeah, guys, I guess that's about where I'm going to end this episode. I know I've pretty much just rambled on a bunch, but I think that's kind of how I have to approach a series like this until it gives me something in return, you know what I mean? But yeah, guys, thanks a lot for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you like looking back at this old N64 game. That was a very important game to me when I was younger. I definitely put in a lot of hours into this game, but it definitely wasn't one of my favorites on the N64. But regardless, guys, I hope you enjoyed. Thanks a lot for watching, and as always, I will see you in the next one. Hey guys, my name is Rob Noire, and welcome back to Quest 64. Picking up pretty much where we left off, I've done a little bit of leveling in the off time. See, I'm probably gonna be finished this series today, which is actually pretty cool. It's like a nice way to tie off the week. Next week I can do all new stuff. I've had a lot of fun in this.